Hello everyone, I'm Nate and welcome to the channel. Today on the channel I am going to be talking about the first of a few things that Lathed Back Designs sent me. They sent me a nice care package of a few things. I'm going to review two particular things, at least a dedicated review. In the next review I'm going to talk about some of the extras that kind of sent. So you can kind of see for yourself all the other offerings that Lathed Back Designs has. For this review I'm going to be looking at first the Lathed Back Designs Titanium Pawnder. So this is a Knuckleroller. Let's get into it. All right, I have here in the 3D printed case, and if you are familiar with Lathed Back Designs, you'll know that most of their products come with some kind of 3D printed case, and they've gotten really creative in the past with some of them. This is a nice little just kind of slide lid kind of case here. Real nice bright colors. It has their logo there and their Daisy sort of like mascot, I guess you could say. But in here, since it's wider than normal, you'll see that it actually comes with two different pawns. It has the titanium one, which is what we're going to review, and then it has a resin version of the same one, and I believe this is glow as well. So here is the Pawnder, as in pawn, as in a chess piece. I've been interested in this little design for a while, right? He sent over some of the resin versions of this, and then knowing that the titanium version was going to be coming out, I was like quite excited to get my hands on one, and I'm glad he reached out to me to take a look at this. I did review this is the backbones, Lathed Backbones, their first sort of titanium roller. So this here is the monochrome colorway. The Quantum Colliders version 4 that I also got from Lathed Back Designs is also in this colorway. I'm getting quite a little collection here. Since I have the backbones out, let's talk about a little bit of comparison. Height-wise, it's identical. So it's gonna feel pretty similar as far as that kind of smaller, shorter. I like that feel. This worked really well, that size. I don't think I'd want it really any longer. This was a nice length on the backbones, and so I'm glad they went with a shorter one for this. I think it would be kind of awkward a little bit if it was maybe longer. Maybe a touch longer would be fine, but I think this is a good length for it. So like I said, it's the same height. Now the ends here obviously are quite different, but let's talk about the one that's similar, as the rounded end. It's quite a bit larger, and so you're gonna have a little more momentum, you know, maybe because there's just more weight there. The midsection here is a little bit thicker on the Pawnder. If you have not checked this one out, I have a review on that, so definitely check that out. I think this is a great roller to add to your collection. Here's the thing, the big thing, all right? It shouldn't work, right? Something asymmetrical for a roller, right, that you're kind of feeling on, you know, both ends, and you're manipulating and using both ends of a toy like this, it shouldn't work. But it does. It really does work. It is perfectly balanced. They went through multiple prototypes to get to this design here, and it paid off. Both ends are pretty flat, so you could actually set this down pretty easily on a table. I don't have a table, but on this end, it still sits pretty flat. Obviously, it's going to sit flat on that end. That opens up some potential tricks as well that I'm excited maybe to kind of do some like flipping and that kind of stuff, and kind of working on the precision of that. I think there's some really cool potential for unlocking some really interesting tricks where it's going to land pretty easily on that bottom base. Tricks like Sonic too, I think you'll maybe gravitate towards this end, right? The smaller end, the top end, I guess you could say, than the bottom, but it actually works okay for that too, as long as you have the dexterity for it, which I'm not always proving to have. I think the best thing to do at this point is just to kind of flip the camera a little bit so we can roll it and talk about as we're actually playing it and see how it plays in the hand here. Yeah, in the hand. All right. So like I said, with the length of this, I really do like the overall dimensions of it. It's on the shorter side of things. I think the only thing that I would maybe consider improving is a little bit thinner of a midsection. So if they ever did a version 2 of this. I think it'd be interesting to see what a slightly scaled down version of this would look like. Maybe you'd have to kind of also decrease the ends as well, or take a little weight off the ends. But again, I think this plays really well, and surprisingly well. It does have a nice heft to it as well, especially being titanium. And it feels good. Again, it's not supposed to work, but yet it does actually work. Maybe with a little bit longer of a play, you might in general kind of gravitate towards one end for certain tricks. But I mean, it kind of pulls off, you know, both ends here just fine. Let's go ahead and see if we can do some tricks using that face here. Here's my idea. I'm over flipping it. That was mostly clean, right? I mean, I could see, like I said, a lot of potential if I worked with this a lot more, maybe even doing like kind of back of the hand kind of stalls and that kind of stuff. Any flat surface. But I mean, like I said, even the end here, yeah, even the end there, the top end is flat enough, and there's a nice balance there that you could probably even do some tricks with that. I do tend to like rollers with flat ends. And for one, I can kind of sit it on a desk, or I can sit it down for a photo op or something like that. And I think that feels nice. But you can also, you know, do tricks that, I don't know, manipulate the flat ends a little bit more. And then obviously with this one here, you can do more with those flat ends here than you could do on a standard roller. The Pawnder, Titanium Pawnder from Lathed Back Designs, it certainly is novelty. I would put it in that category, but it is a playable novelty. So if you are looking for a unique roller, this certainly fits the bill. If you like Lathed Back Designs work, you're gonna like this one, obviously. There's a lot of work that went into this, a lot of prototyping, and it certainly paid off. And I think it's a really cool one. It's definitely one I'm going to be rolling around. It's gonna be great for some photo work as well. All right, folks, that's gonna do it for my review of the new Titanium Pawnder from Lathed Back Designs. Stay tuned for the next review, which I will be talking about the quantum colliders, also from Lathed Back Designs. I'm also going to be talking about some of the other things that were sent to me in that care package in that video, so stay tuned for that. If you like this kind of content, make sure you like, subscribe, and all the things you're supposed to do on the old YouTubes. I'll see you guys in the next one. Later.